Hey everyone, and welcome to Ink Spotlights from Comix Wellspring. This is the series where we shine the spotlight on immensely talented creators who print with us. Today we're joined by Terrell Wright to talk about some of his journey, his projects, and a little bit more. Terrell, thank you for joining us this morning. Tell us
Thank
all about your
you.
book.
My new manga is finally here. The Magical Adventures of Synesthesia, a grand adventure, Volume 1. It's finally here. It is written by myself. It is illustrated by Barlume and the One Nimbus.
Dude, where did this concept come from? It's such an interesting way to present like just emotions and feelings and
Yeah. So I had one day I was in. So I originally started out as a performance artist. So I was taking some vocal lessons, and my instructor Lindy, she she played a chord. She played a chord, and I said the chord. I'm like the chord sounded a certain way, but to me it came out as yellow. I said it looked yellow, and she was like, "What did you say?" And I was like, "The chord looked yellow." And she was like, "Have you ever heard of synesthesia?" And I was like, "No, I've never heard of it before." Right? And so I was like, "I've never heard of it before." And so I started doing like some research and some stuff, and then I wrote this script, and then I held on to the script a little bit, and I was like, I want to do something with this idea, and I've always wanted to make a manga, and so a couple years later, down the line, linked up with the Barlume, the One Nimbus, Von Opa, Amber Avara, and we made the manga.
Dude, that's insane because it's also a word and a term a lot of people aren't familiar with. And so
Mm-hmm.
I love, I've said this on a couple interviews, but I love when I get a book or I see something that makes people research, the fact that
Mm-hmm.
you hear a title and you're just like, that is such a cool word. What does it mean? And it opens up doors for people.
Yeah.
And it's,
It means so synesthesia means when two senses cross.
Mhm.
So in this story, you have a character who is able to see sound. And in this world, they have to battle sonic life forms and silence the madness melodies that have appeared across their city.
That's so beautiful. And you're saying a performance artist. What else do you
Yeah.
do besides writing and that brought you into this?
So I'm an artist. My name is Veradian. As an artist, I go by the name Veradian. Um, and I started out making music. I actually here in Chicago, I actually had a couple songs that were on the radio here on Vocalo and Q101. Um, and I released two albums independently here. So that was a big influence on the Magical Adventures of Synesthesia as well.
And you've also used that to kind of promote your work as well on your
Yeah,
YouTube
I
channel.
wrote. I wrote a song called "Magic" from the Magical Adventures of Synesthesia. It was produced by Jesse Parks, and staying true to the roots of what I've done as Veradian, right? With alternative and rock, and it's a little bit more synthy, but people seem to enjoy it. Like I've performed it a couple times, and people seem to really just sing along. I think it really puts them into um, that very, I would say, adolescent years, like when the chorus comes in and people just singing "Magic everywhere, I got magic everywhere." It just kind of puts them into
It
that.
felt very
And
Pixar-y to
it's
me.
really cool. It's really cool because that's what you want it to do. You want it to be inviting and inspire and make people happy.
Yes, and I love that. I love having my first cup of coffee this morning, be like, all right, I'm gonna check out this creator's work, see what they did and everything.
Mhm.
And it felt so Pixar and so like colorful and
Oh,
brought to life and everything. So where did you go from being like, I'm a musician, I love doing this, I'm gonna go
mhm.
write a comic? Why a comic and what got you to like sit down and write comics in general?
So I've always wanted to do like a manga. I've always wanted to do. When I was young, I read like Transformers, the Transformers comics, and Shonen Jump. Shonen Jump was what really introduced me to manga.
Mhm.
Right? They had their monthly manga that would come out. I would buy it faithfully, and then I really was just a fan of like Kazuka Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh, his understudy, which went on to make a lot of the spin-off series, Shin Yoshida, um, Hiromaru, the creator of Full Metal Alchemist, the late and great
Oh, I was
Akira
spacing. Yeah, there we go.
Toriyama.
Yeah, I was spacing.
Akira Toriyama, the late and great Akira Toriyama, took a moment there. So it was something that I've always wanted to do as a child. Like coming up, like throughout my as a child, it was a dream to always want to make a manga. It was just about when and how, and this idea, it just felt like the right idea.
Dude, and sometimes it just hits you like that. And when the
Mm-hmm.
inspiration strikes, as you know, as a creator, you just have to go
Mm-hmm.
for it. And I feel like you're
Mm-hmm.
going for it so well and so hard right now. I think people need to
Yeah.
know about this book. I feel like this needs to be in libraries because it just looks so beautiful, man.
Uh,
I'm so excited for what you're creating here. And so, what can we expect next from you? What is next after this first chapter?
So after this, hopefully you can expect more books, right? In the future, audiobook, motion manga, something else that's in the works.
Nice.
Really cool, and then some variant covers, and then I'll be appearing. I actually have a release signing at First Aid Comics on Saturday, January 11th, from 1 to 4.
Oh, awesome. Any other events coming up that we could help promote for you too?
Any other events at the moment? Just the release signing. I know I'm going to be doing some more signings soon. Some other things that um, still in the pipeline, but yeah, just stay tuned to all of my social media.
Awesome. We'll put a link right here in the episode
Yeah,
description so you can check out the link tree, stay track of you, follow the YouTube account as well. There's so much cool stuff on there. I love checking it out. And to follow all of your social media. I can't wait for people to get their hands on this and to check it out. I hope they check out your signing on January 11th. That is going to be so cool. I'm so happy for you, dude.
thank you, man.
As soon as you have
Thank
new
you.
announcements, a new book ready to come out, come fill out the spotlight form. We'll put you back on the spotlight and put you back
I
here.
will, man. I will, man. They came out so good, man.
Oh,
So great.
beautiful. Dude, such a great cover
Yes,
too. Love it.
yes.
Awesome. Terrell, thank you so much for stepping in the spotlight today. I'm so excited for everything you're doing and can continue to do. I'll definitely be following your work because it was just so great to look into it this morning. So thank you so much for your time. And if you have any other shout outs, please, before we sign off.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. First of all, thank you guys, Comix Wellsprings. You guys are amazing. Um, Shout out to Bar Lume. Shout out to Van Alpa. Shout out to uh, the One Nimbus, Amber Avara, and everybody who has supported the Magical Adventures of Synesthesia thus far. I truly appreciate you guys, man. You guys are amazing. And stay tuned to the Magical Adventures of Synesthesia. There are so many great things to come.
Love to see it. Thank you so much, man. You have a great one.
Thank you.